King D, back with another one. And this video is called How to Let Go of Negative Emotions and Why You Should. I don't know, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? You should let go of negative emotions because they're negative. Well, there's more to it than that, and we'll cover it anyway, so stick around and we'll get on with it, shall we? So first things first, we're going to tackle why you should let go of your negative emotions. Well, before I do, guys, I just want you to know, when I recorded this video, I was off my tits. I'd been digging all day in the crazy heat, sweating my nuts off. So if the quality's not all there in this one, then that's why. They can't all be winners. Now, we'll start off with hate, right? Hate. Holding on to anger and hate. Who's that hurting? It's hurting you. It's not hurting anybody else. It's hurting you. I'll tell you right now, chaps, and ladies, life's too short to hold a grudge. It really is. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We can't go through life without pissing somebody off. That's impossible. I know for a fact I've pissed off plenty of people. I'm sure this YouTube channel's pissed off some folk, especially them feminists. I think they're at the door again. So yeah, we've all got our reasons for doing what we do and being who we are. I'll tell you something as well, right? You holding on to anger or rage and hate and all these negative feelings to something about somebody else. What happens is, if you hold that in, what happens is you turn it on yourself. Believe it or not, it is true. You turn it on yourself. So watch out for that one. So say somebody's wronged you, right? And you've just ignored it. You didn't challenge them on it. You were pissed off, but you didn't say anything, and you carried about your day. That's going to stay with you. It will stay with you. And what happens is it manifests into turning itself on you, and the next thing you know, you're going to be very unkind to yourself, and that's just how it works. So what can we do about it? Well, first things first, if somebody's pissed you off, right, confront them. Job's a good one. Stand up for yourself. You should always stand up for yourself. So if somebody's wronged you, say, hey, I ain't putting up with that bullshit. Now, for me, I mean, years ago, I wouldn't stand up for myself. You know, whatever was peace, whatever meant peace. I just want peace, and I could take an insult or something like that, whatever, do you know what I mean? But then happens enough times that you just turn that on yourself, and when you turn it on yourself, you start getting angry with yourself. And I know I had a lot of negative self-talk where I would talk to myself like shit. I'd drop something and I'm like, you mother this, that and the other. And it's not good. It's if you got really negative self-talk, it's like having a bully attached to you constantly 24/7, and all he wants to do is tear you down. And that comes from holding in anger and shit like that.
Stop it. Get some help.
So yeah, one way to tackle it is just confront the person. They've done something that's wronged you. They've pissed you off in one form or another. And you say, hey, I ain't putting up with that drama. I ain't putting up with that shit. Piss off. Or whatever. Now, sure enough, you can't always do that. You can't always confront somebody. But I'll tell you something you can do, and this works a treat as well. Somebody's pissed you off, right? And you wanna tell them what you think, but say circumstances don't permit it. It's just not happening. It's not a conversation you can have. So what you can do, write it down. And I've done this myself, and it worked a treat. Big time. And I shit you not, I've been absolutely genuine here, right? So somebody did something, really took the piss, right? And I did say my piece, but at the same time, it wasn't really enough. And I told myself I was alright, I'm fine, I'm just going to carry on as I normally would, all stoic and shit. But this particular thing, it cut me deep, to be fair. It was not good. And as much as I brushed it under the carpet, like, yeah, I'm fine, it come back and it was niggling away at me, and I thought, I'm going to do something about it here. But the issue was already over. I can't really just bring it up again, otherwise I'm just starting another fight, which is something I couldn't afford to do, really. I'm not going to go into the situation. You can kiss my arse if you want to know that one. But what I will say is I couldn't address it again. It just wasn't happening. But what I did do, as I wrote down, like I was writing this person a letter, and I fucking gave it them. Called them every name under the sun. I got it all out there. You fucking this, that, and the other. And you know what? I wrote it. I read it. Processed it. And then I ripped it up, put it in the bin. Done. And just doing that, just reading it afterwards, I felt like that anger I had inside of me come out and landed on the page, and it was out of here. Genuinely. And the next day, I couldn't give two shits. And I'm not bullshitting you. I know it sounds like it's bullshit, but it's really not. It worked an absolute treat. And the next day, I could not care less about this person. I had no bad feeling about them at all. I was like, they're just nothing to me anymore. I don't give a shit. So, you know, if you're in a situation where you can't confront the person, and when I say confront them, I don't mean get violent. I don't mean causing a scene, and I don't mean getting emotional either. All I mean is calmly say your piece and stand up for yourself. That's it. That's, you know what I mean? You're not going to kick off. You're not going to cause a scene, and you're not going to be a little bitch. So don't be a little bitch. What I mean by confronting is, say someone walks past and stands on my foot and they don't apologise. No, mate. Oi! What do you say?
Oh, sorry, mate.
That's better. Carry about your day, Doke. I'm not on about screaming and shouting or anything like that. So, I mean, what other negative emotions are there? There's sadness, grief, things like that. Now, these ones are a little different. These ones, I suggest that you take the time to feel them. And again, I don't mean get all emotional. I don't mean act all crazy and whatnot. Keep the stoicism, which I've yet to do a video on it. We'll do it soon, I'm sure. You know, with these kind of things, you kind of got to allow yourself to feel them, bleed it out of your system. Yeah. If you need, you know, if you've lost somebody really close to you, take time on your own and just really feel it, get it out, and let it out. We're all human, guys. We're going to have negative emotions. It is part of life. Learn to embrace it. You know what I mean? It'd be a bit dull if every day was great. You know what I mean? I think bad days and bad times make the good times worth it, and you appreciate the good times more. So don't sweat it. And if you are having negative emotions right now, you can overcome them, you can get past them, and you can be happy. You can. So I'm going to apologise as well. I've had a hell of a day today and I'm very tired. So if this video is a bit wank, that's why. We'll call it done anyway. So like the video, drop us a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and be the best you. and do it for you. Cheers.